Good morning, friends. We are going to start this recipe off by oiling that crock pot. And I'm just using olive oil to do that with. You will need at least 1 pound of potatoes, and I'm using the yellow potatoes. And that amounts to about 3 to 3.5 cups of potatoes, diced potatoes. Add 1 cup of Colby Jack cheese. Now you can use the cheese of your choice here, but I chose Colby Jack. We are going to add a 13-ounce package of turkey sausage. This is hardwood smoked turkey sausage. Now you can add whatever meat you would like. Bacon, ham would be great in this. You could even do chicken. But I'm just going to slice this kielbasa and add it to my crock pot. I do have the alpha-gal syndrome, as a lot of my viewers already know, but my new viewers may not. Alpha-gal is very complicated. I started out being allergic to just about everything, dairy included, and through the years, I have outgrown some of those allergies. So if you have alpha-gal, just hang in there. It does, or in my case, it did get better. And to be honest, about the only thing that I really miss is real bacon and almonds and shrimp. I miss shrimp. Back to the recipe. Let's add some Cajun seasoning. That is going to add so much flavor to this. And we're just going to measure with our heart, measure with love. And for those who really like measurements, I would say to add at least 1 teaspoon of the no salt Cajun seasoning. You could flavor this with whatever you would like. You could put a ranch packet on it. You could even put maybe some onion and garlic on it. You don't necessarily have to use the Cajun seasoning. But this blend of seasonings I put in this were absolutely wonderful. For a little added smoky flavor, we are going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Add 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. Just to add a little more flavor, we are going to add some green onions. I've got about 1/4 cup of green onions here, and I'm going to use 1/3 of those. And I saved the rest of them to garnish this with later. Let's turn that crock pot on high, and we are going to cook these for at least 2 hours until your potatoes are nice and tender. 2 hours later, and these potatoes are done. Let's turn that crock pot off. Now we are going to add about another cup of Colby Jack cheese. The cheese you can measure with your heart. You will need at least 2 cups of Colby Jack cheese in the crock pot. You will want to save 1/2 cup of that cheese to garnish this with later. Okay, once you give it a mix, that cheese is going to melt immediately. If you are like me and you are using real Colby Jack cheese that you shredded yourself. Now, if you use the packaged cheese, they put other ingredients in it to keep it from melting so quickly. So if you're using that type of cheese, you may want to put the crock pot lid on it and let it melt for about 15 minutes or so. Once your cheese has melted, make sure your crock pot's turned off. Make yourself a plate and top it with a little bit more of that Colby Jack cheese and a dollop of sour cream. Now, y'all know this is going to be good. And don't forget those green onions. Y'all go make this. And like my grandma always said, y'all be good.